Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And we're here to do something that I didn't think I was going to, and even after buying it, I'm still not very happy. So, as you know, inibuilds released an A350 a couple months ago for PC, and I was always keeping track of it because I know a lot of you do fly on the Xbox version of the sim, and I always saw a ton of comments about when it's coming to Xbox for the A350. It's here. It came out today. It's in the marketplace. There is a discount going on currently. The price is normally $84.99, but it is discounted to $63.99. Still astronomically priced. A price that I wasn't really too fond of going for, but we're a flight sim channel, so I thought I'd showcase it. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, we already know inibuilds aircraft are very performance intensive. The A350 is another one that was crazy even on PC. I don't know what to expect. I haven't even tried flying it yet or loading in. We're gonna just see what's going on. So if we go to the page here, I guess I could have just gone to that to begin with. But yeah, still at a below 4-star rating. That's kind of another thing that's, I don't know, it's just, for that price, I'm expecting some 4.5 to 5-star quality going on, so we'll see. But again, you know, realistic flight experience, over 200 ECAMs. We're not going to go too in-depth on this. I'm not versed in airliners, as you know. We're going to just see how things are doing with performance and just go from that. So I'm not going to be going through too much of the main systems. We're going to be going through the tablet and then just doing some quick starts on it, so. But yeah, there you go. There's the store page. And again, we're on Xbox. Always like to let people know, so it's not like I'm just on PC saying it's there. But anyways, let's hope this wasn't a mistake, is all I'm thinking about right now. Oh boy. Can't believe I spent $63 on. I mean, it does come with 3 variations of the A350, which we'll see here. We can go through that really quick. We are also playing on Sim Update 3's beta. This is the latest version of the beta, so we'll keep that in mind. But they have the A350-1000, the A350-900-ULR, which I think is a version that came out a couple weeks ago, and the A350-900. So you got a couple, or 3 different variations to it. Let's just go for the 900, I guess. I don't really know the difference. I'm assuming the 1000 is larger, and that's the extent of my knowledge of this aircraft, so. I guess we'll put the inibuilds livery on. So we don't have any real-life liveries? It's kind of disappointing. Especially for $63. Would have loved to see at least a couple real-life liveries going on there. Alright, so I guess we'll just go to my testing grounds. And we'll load on in. Hopefully. Oh, I don't know, I just feel... I don't know. Just that price for one plane is just... I just don't know, folks. But anyways, hello WW, welcome, welcome, Omar, Buckeyes, Kyle, Milo, and Kappa. Hello, hello. Let's see here. You made the live stream. You did, Kyle. You absolutely did. And now we wait. I mean, I don't know. FSS E-Jets released on Xbox. I don't know what that is. FSS E-Jets. Flight Sim Studio. Oh, yeah, I don't even... Oh, I think I might have seen it. Yeah, they're not very highly rated. The one time I switched to PC, it comes out on Xbox. Well, so far, I'm not very impressed with the loading time, which that's the thing, I already heard about so many performance issues on the PC version, the loading thing isn't even spinning anymore. Oh? Okay. Don't mind the floating AI, it's just because I'm using a third-party airport, so the elevation isn't the same. So just keep that in mind. Hello, Barry! And Kyle, welcome! I'm so glad you decided to become a member. Glad you're enjoying the content. Oh, the AI's there, but I'm so glad you enjoy the content enough to become a member. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so pretty hefty load time. Again, not surprising. Okay, let everything load in. Typical, standard, little load in. Okay. We're actually at a pretty steady frame rate. That makes me happy. Alright, so far I'm more than surprised as to what's transpired. Good. Nice details on everything. Model still looking nice on the Xbox version. Nice. Obviously still some frame drops going on, but again, that's a thing even with airliners that are already in the sim on the Xbox, so to be expected. Let's see, loading into the cockpit. Oh, okay, we're already... Nice. Can we pop out here? I don't think the cabin is a thing in... No. The Xbox version does not have the cabin. Which, again, I've already said I'm not really too worried about that. That's never anything that I look at it once or twice when I first get the plane, and then other than that, we hardly spend any time in there. What's this? Oh. Why? Oh, what is... Oh, there's a little hole here from the vent. I don't think that's supposed to be... I mean, you're going to get some good air out of it, I suppose. But, okay. I'm also seeing gaps in the model through... Oh! What just... Oh, was that not actually the full model yet? It was loading it in. Okay, now we have the actual model. Apparently. I don't know, because, yeah, the hole's gone now. Okay. I guess it was still loading in the cockpit. Good to know. Well. Now to figure out how to do all this, I'll probably have to plug in the keyboard and mouse for this. Normally I try to stay away from that when I'm on the Xbox, but... Yeah, I'm not gonna do all this and cold start this aircraft. We're gonna... Well, actually, can we just do a little... Oh, good. There we go. All is well. Engine cover's still in place. My bad. Hang on. Because, yeah, we're not cold starting anything, but again, thank you so much, Kyle. Very much appreciate it. And Buckeyes, I agree. 60 plus bucks. It better be perfect. And hello, Barry. Hey, who wants to go to work for me tonight and drive the cab? I don't know about that tonight, crazy. Hey, FMJ. You're quiet. Oh, God, it's just something else. I sound fine. What? Alright. Love your videos, man. Hope the Airbus works for Xbox. Fingers crossed. Absolutely. Are you on Xbox or Game Pass on PC? What? But alright, yeah, I'll look at that a little bit later. Ground spoilers, arms, seatbelt smoking, no mobile, TCAS standby, cabin ready, I see over there. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just get rolling. Don't mind all the crap in the way. Oh, hang on. I think in typical inibuilds fashion, I need to turn some settings on for rudder control. Yes, turn that on. We'll probably have to mess with the throttle, we'll see. But now we should be good. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. It's just a little bit weird when you go in and out of the cockpit. Screens freak out for a couple seconds. But surprisingly, performance is a lot better than I was expecting it to be. Which I'm happy about. And frame rate was fine with the screens off when we were in it. I didn't notice anything too crazy. And main man with the new name of Joe. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be weird not saying main man anymore. But thanks for being a member for 41 months. Very much appreciated. And Omar bought you your wife bought you a Bravo throttle quadrant for my birthday. Nice. All fancy over there now. I assume that, but it's just, you know, years of saying main man the whole time, you know? Alright, let me double check my stream again just to make sure we're all good. If the stream wants to load, and that would be nice. Oh yeah, the audio is definitely great. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll take off from Colorado Springs, we'll head over to Denver, see how performance is on landing and all that. And yeah, we'll kind of just have a good old time, try to do this with a controller. I'm sure that'll go very well. That's not, I did not mean to set it to 100. There we go. Oh, I'm on the... Oh, goodness gracious. I always forget when you're highlighted with the control. I love the mouse cursor in the top left. What is that doing there? Alright, anyways, let's get this set up before we get to the turn. Only need to go to about 14,000 feet. We'll set our... All I know is I'm going to get that mouse and keyboard connected to the Xbox when we're up in the air. Because I am not going to be doing an airliner cockpit with just a controller. I'm pretty much just messing with that. Because again, I'm not going to be going through the like sophisticated systems of the aircraft or anything like that. We're just going to do the basics of autopilot and all that. In London, yes, this is on an Xbox Series X that we're flying this. Probably going to the wrong side of the runway, but I don't care. We're just gonna get up in the air and see how everything does. There's a deer running across the runway. Pull back a little bit. Oh, we're already... Was that the gear button? Is that still set up right? Nope. I hope whatever I pushed wasn't bad. Yeah, not a fan of the going back into the cockpit view screen rave going on. Alright. Oh, no. Wrong button. There we go. Autopilot, please. Let's do about 1,000 feet per minute. Heading set up some way I want it to be. How do I get that set up here? That's not it. Oh! Oh, sorry, am I overspeeding? My bad. Sorry, plane. And double check something here too. Throttle calibration. Oh. Okay, that's not moving. I think it's kind of where I wanted to be, though. Maybe. I don't know what that little... What is that bounce? What is that about? Oh, that's what it's about. Stupid... Okay, hang on. Hold up. I need to get this other stuff plugged in. Because I'm not doing it with the controller. That's why we were bouncing. It was doing that autopilot flying... garbage that I don't want it to do. Alright. Hey, the mouse works. Good. Fantastic. So how do I get you on? Is it... So there's our actual heading now. There we go. Okay, well, whatever I did worked. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Now that I can do this correctly here. Because I don't want to go too low, because I feel like if I go too low, it goes into a really... It dips a lot. And that's at 40% power here. So I'll probably have to tweak this just a bit. Let's keep this turn going. Oh shoot, how did I manage to do that? What in the world? Somehow looped all the way back to where we were currently heading. Oh, so much better with a mouse. Goodness. Alright, let's head back outside and see how we're doing. And no career support. Uh-oh, screens aren't loading in fast. That was a longer load time there. Just let me get this turn going just a bit more. Alright, let's see here. Our controller, you may as well put boxing gloves on too at this point. We'll see, there we go. Maybe I will threshold. Let's see, I've been having a blast with Pilops, works great with Navigraph and Beyond ATC. Only downside, you can't land and refuel with Beyond ATC. They need to turn down the time it takes for maintenance to happen on the planes, because that's kind of killing my happiness with it right now, because I'm almost done with my Sky Courier for like 5 days or something like that. It's like, I think they can tone that down a bit. Let's see here. I actually went into the in-sim career mode yesterday too, just to kind of see what's going on. And the first mission I completed, 2.5 hour flight with the Sky Courier, and it froze after mission complete, and then it was gone. So I was like, well, that was fun. that was a fun return to career mode, for sure. But no, everything looks really high quality, just that weird little flashing screen thing when it has to load the cockpit back in. But other than that, I'm really happy that the frame rate and performance so far has been really good. I mean, we started in Colorado Springs, which was a third-party add-on airport. Now we're going to head to Denver, see how it's doing. And then after we do this flight, we're going to head to, I think we'll go to Heathrow, just to see what's going on there and see if we have the same experience. Because I mean, the fact that we're flying an airliner on Xbox and it's running this well, looks like the draw distance is still pretty decent as well. Clouds are looking nice. Satellite imagery below us is looking decent as well. Is a good start for sure. Is in the Microsoft Flight Sim store? Yes, it is in the marketplace. If you've been on this morning, it updated about maybe 30 minutes ago or an hour. Just restart your sim. It'll be the first plane that shows up. Alright, now that everything's situated, we're heading north to Denver. I'll pop back out here and we'll just keep doing some showcase shots. Can you not see through the glass from the outside? Oh, yeah, you can. It's just really tinted. Holy crap. Dang. Got the limo tint going on here. But yep, that's the only noticeable glitch I've seen so far is that. Because once you leave the cockpit, it goes for a low-res version of it, and then it kind of takes a few seconds for it to load in what it's supposed to be showing. Be nice to see that tweaked a little bit to get rid of the flashing at least. Charts type. Display refresh rate, 30, 60. Probably wouldn't do that. I think we'll stick with the 30 frames per second. Oh, we can even change the sharklets length. Interesting. GPS jamming. Oh. Nice. Jam everybody's GPS. Very cool. Noise canceling headphones. Oh. All fancy. Engine takeoff whine. Why would you turn that off? What in the world? Callouts. Can change all the different volumes for everything. And of course you can log into your say intention, sim brief. I don't even know what Hoppy is. I've never even heard of that one. Oh, we're not even in performance mode. Dang, okay. What does that do? I don't know, but we're in it. I'm gonna be honest, I think it looked better with performance mode off for some reason. Or honestly, it doesn't look, I mean, it didn't look different, it felt like the frame rate was better before I clicked that on. Condensation effects. Alright. Can I make this screen something not menu related? Again? Flight ops menu? Oh, here we go. Panel states. Oh, no, let's not let's not mess with that. Terminal charts. Takeoff preference. And again, unsurprisingly, if you're planning on flying this, don't be surprised when you look back here and there's no cabin. Oh, wait. What in the world? There was not a cabin. It must not have loaded in. Okay, it's still not really fully here, but at least something loaded in. Because when we first checked back here, it was all empty, so still get a little bit going on. Interesting. Well, never mind. I mean, obviously, still not the full-fledged thing, which, again, I'm not too worried about. All that does is create frame rate issues anyways. I don't need all that. Let's see here. This is nice to see this working well on Xbox. I quit trying on airliners because the screen's always cut off 110 or 10 minutes into the flight. I like GA flights better. It's nice, Kyle. I mean, I do too. I'm not really that big on airliners, but I know a lot of you, or a lot of folks on Xbox were looking forward to it, so I was like, I'll bite the bullet, spend the $63, which I still think is too much, but that's just my personal opinion, and showcase it for you, so that way if you're interested in seeing how it runs on Xbox, you'll now have an answer. Go ahead and bring that heading just to the right a little bit more. Hello, landing channel. That's the kind of legroom I like. Exactly. Wasn't that nice? I'm surprised it even loads anything past the, I'm assuming that's more so for the outside views, so you still can see some detail from outside. But I mean, I wouldn't even care if it didn't even load anything past this curtain. You know how crazy it would be if a plane really had like a full glass fuselage? That would be crazy. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised this even loads anything back here, really. Just all the flight attendant areas. But hey, at least you can still get some feeling of the interior being here. Look at that. Nice little wing view. But anyways, we're back. Hopefully Sim Update 3 soon. I think we're getting there. I mean, honestly, it's just, again, my experience with the beta on both the PC and Xbox versions of the Sim have been excellent. So I'd be highly surprised if we're not there at the end of the week or early next week for a public release. Go ahead and descend a little bit. Do I have to do some weird little... Ah, there we go. Perfect. See, I know a little bit. And that's about it. The A350 can auto-land? I mean, I'm not going to be dealing with all that. I never do it with any airliner because it's boring to me when I'm using all the stuff that auto-lands. You know, just doing everything for you. I don't do that. We always freehand our flights here. And Triple Crown is mad about Atlanta or Minneapolis. I don't know what to tell you. I do not control that. Adam, what's up? Very cool, Cal. I appreciate that as an Xbox. Absolutely, Adam. I mean, that's why, I mean, you know, we're Flight Sim channel, so I thought I'd bite the bullet and just see what's going on. And that way, if you were interested in seeing how the airliner does on the Xbox, you'll have a definitive answer to it, as opposed to just kind of hoping for the best. Bit to the left here. Actually, we can go a little bit more. Because the goal here is we took off from Colorado Springs, we're going to do a landing in Denver, then we're going to head over to Heathrow, go to something that's really populated with 3D photogrammetry, and then we'll see if we can keep this good performance going in a much busier part of the world, so it'll be a good test. Oh, we even still have reflections too. Nice. Nope, I was honestly expecting the worst. I was not expecting to have fun with this aircraft on the Xbox version of it. This bug is very weird. This came in the latest build where you have to kind of cycle through the menu for the stuff to pop up. Not sure why it's like that, but that'll get resolved here. I mean, that'll be nice for Halloween, though. It's like a spooky little theme going on when it's like, oh, the screens are flickering. But no, really, I mean, that would be nice to see get fixed, because it's kind of annoying. Alright. So, DIA is just to our northwest. We're still descending at a simple little 700 feet per minute. Nice, Denver to Heathrow. Oh yeah, we're definitely not doing that. Oh man. Does it come with liveries, or is it another add-on purchase? Because if it's another add-on, I'm definitely not spending even more money, because... Unbelievable. Because no, all I have is the basic white, and then the inibuilds livery going on. Unless it's like a free pack or something. Oh, there's Denver. You can see it right there. You see it? I'm pointing at it, everybody. It's right there. Let's see. Where are they all flying to here? So they're coming from the north, heading south. We'll just follow the AI traffic. And Doro, ja, the inibuilds A350 ist on Xbox. But yes, this is on the Xbox Series X. I was trying to use my German there and it just failed miserably. But yes, this is on the Xbox Series X. Just came out today. We'll have to look at that then. Because I'd like to have some real-world liveries with this. Oh, yeah, so since there isn't free stuff on the marketplace, that would explain it. Well, that's ridiculous. So far, performance has impressed me. Because I was coming into this fearing the worst. Load time was a little long, not surprising. I don't know if it was because it was the initial one. But once we got into the sim, it got to a steady frame rate really quick, and the flight's been great. We'll see how it does on landings. And after we land here, we're going to head over to England, do some tests there, and see if we can keep this good momentum going with the performance. Because so far, pleasantly surprised. And if you haven't purchased it yet, it is at a discount. Normally it's like $84 or something. It's still a lot of money, but it's $63 for a certain amount of time. Not sure how long, but inibuilds is running a sale currently. So let's go ahead and turn left. Got some good reflections off the body. You can see the engine on the fuselage and seeing all the farmland below. No, it's nice seeing that detail in there. Again, the only issue is this. Going from external to internal camera, you get that weird flickering going on because it's trying to load in the actual The cockpit? Alright. It's time to focus, everybody. Hang on. Is there... There it is. Hit that. I'm glad I somewhat know a few things about these planes. So, okay, this is going to be our first landing. Is it going to be a great one? Probably not, so just keep that in mind. I fly general aviation planes, not airliners, so... But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try my best to make it a good landing. First notch of flaps. Oh, it's on sale till the 21st. Alright, gotcha. $4.99 for each livery, and you have some packs liveries that are also... Oh, I'm not gonna spend more. I already spent 63 bucks on this. I mean, they could have at least put a couple liveries with the purchase, you know? Yeah, I know, we're below our thing. That's fine, I don't care. I don't need all that. Leave me alone. Camera, please. Another notch of flaps. Probably too high up. As a matter of fact, we're way too high up.
$2,500.
Oh no, we're actually alright. Leave me alone with that, please. Are speed brakes engaged? I don't even know where that's at. I'm just gonna assume they are. I think we read that earlier. I think we got 2 white, 2 red. Can't really see it from here. Looks like we're doing alright. Autosave? What in the world? Pretty short draw distance on the satellite imagery. You can see how it's building just as we're getting closer to it.
$1,000.
We're down to 1 red. We are hitting some crosswinds over here, apparently, because we're bombing to the left.
$500.
Ground spoiler's not armed. Oh, good. Too late for that.
$300.
Oh, this is quite the crosswind here.
Too low, flaps.
Okay, apparently I didn't have enough flaps going. Fix that.
Speed. 100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Oh, we're getting pushed to the left. Please. Oh, we're on the ground already. Oh, that was... okay. Are we on the ground? Is this my reverse still on Xbox? Nope. It is not. I need to fix my buttons again. Why am I hearing the... oh. What is this button? Oh my goodness. I don't know what this button does on the Xbox, but it's not the same I have it set for PC. We need to fix that there. Frame rate not too great on landing. That crosswind was crazy though, my goodness. It's not that much though, the windsock's not going crazy. But it was pushing us to the left, I know that. But yeah, frame rate is not doing too good right now. It's dropped a lot. Which is not giving me much hope for when we get over to Heathrow. Oh my goodness. This thing sounds like it's falling apart from the concrete here. Got a weird thing at this angle there. Once you zoom in, it's situated. You still get some weird little artifacts around the gears too. But hey, you know what? I think it wasn't too bad of a first landing with it, you know? A little crosswind action going on, a little gust as we got just on the ground. Alright, we're not going to taxi all the way over. Oh, I guess we can. Hang on. We'll just do a little bit of an expedited one here. And then I'll need to switch up some buttons, because they're not the way I want them set, apparently. Because I don't know, my reverse button was doing something completely opposite of what I wanted it to do. How to see other people airplane livery. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Michael. What is that? Am I seeing a car through the ground here? What is... I am seeing stuff through the ground. Alright. Interesting. Oh, this doesn't even go anywhere. That's good. Do a little bit of that. Oh, yeah, we are... Our frames have tanked after landing. Ooh, I feel like we're getting close to a crash as well. We're getting some pretty hefty little hangs. Great, now Frontier's playing chicken with us here. Sorry, we got the bigger plane, he can move out. I want to test something while we're here in Denver, just to see if it's still broken. I always like to test it every time we get a newer build, because this has been reported as broken for a while here. Yep, he's not moving. He's not getting out of our way. Just gonna stand there. Oh no, he is. Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh no, he gave up. He's like, I don't care. Don't worry, here I'll... Oh, okay, now you're gonna... Really? Unbelievable. Oh, and look at that, we're at our fancy bridge. The exact thing I'm wanting to go under. Even though I don't think an A350 would go under it anyways, but... You'll see why we're going to go under it, because I bet it hasn't been fixed. It's just weird to me, like, why doesn't... I don't get it. Like, I'd understand having the frame rate drop just because, you know, it was loading stuff in, but the fact that it just continues to stay the way it continues to do that, or it's just... every, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds you get that freeze. Just odd. I've got to be honest, I don't think I'm too fond of this ground noise, especially since it's the same two sound effects looping all the time. It gets kind of old. Not really... feeling it. It was cool the first couple times I heard it, and then now that I've heard it for this long, I just don't really care for it. I'll fix it later. I wanted Frontier to get out of our way because he had to brake check us for whatever reason. Not really sure where he's going or why the taxi line is even that far over to the left, because his wing's about to clip the terminal. And there it goes. Interesting. Alright everybody, you want to see a magic trick? Check this out. Again, an A350 wouldn't be here, but it happens with every plane, even a Cessna. Let's see if I can get there without game crashing on us. Yep. It didn't teleport us though. That's surprising. But oh no, there it went. There it is. There you go. A little magic trick for you. In case you wanted to check out the bridge that, for whatever reason, can never be fixed. I don't know why, but there you go. So if you ever want to impress your friends, just drive under or taxi under that tunnel there in Denver, and you'll get a nice little surprise like that. Alright, so after this experience landing at Denver, I'm not very excited to see what's going to happen in Heathrow. Because I'm going to assume it's not going to be the same experience we had from Colorado Springs flying there. But we'll see. I'm almost tempted to just restart the sim too, just give it a fresh... Oh! Before we do that, we're going to do that anyways, but... So you're telling me the liveries are more money? I don't know. I feel like if you want, because you know it's only $85, and you're not going to give any real life liveries as part of it. Come on, that seems a bit crappy. Livery. Oh, there we go. I wish it would just default to newest instead of me always having to do this, but. $5 for 2 of them? $5 for all of these. I'm good. I already was annoyed spending $63, the discounted price. Alright, so I'm going to just reboot it, give it a nice fresh start, and then we'll head over to Heathrow. See how it's doing. Alright. Can you maybe test the A350 in Dubai? I mean, we can do that too. I'm fine with that. My frame's tank on the loading screen. Nice. And yes, they are. You got the ULR, the 900 we just flew, and the Dash 1000. Yes. Yeah, I think that's kind of crappy. They could have just included those liveries, especially for the price of the plane itself. I'm not going to spend, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost $30 for all those liveries? No. Absolutely not. Because I was expecting at least, a few of them just part of the outrageous price it already is. I mean, almost $100 normal price. And you're not going to give me a real life livery? Come on. Come on. Alright, let's see here. This is how you play on Xbox? Ragnar, I'm not sure what you're meaning. I mean, I typically play on PC, but I always love to dive into the Xbox version because I know there's a lot of people that only fly on the Xbox version, so love to showcase things, especially stuff like this from time to time. I'm not always going to buy a plane. Like, this is probably going to be the only time I ever buy anything well above $30 because it's just, I don't know. Eric, 3 months. Thank you very much for being a member for 3 months. Very much appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Nick. Happy to have everybody here. Alright, so, you know what? Since it was community requested, we'll do Dubai first, and then we'll do some Heathrow stuff. Because Dubai shouldn't be too crazy. I mean, we'll go to just the handcrafted airport, and we'll see. And we'll switch to the 1000. I guess I can showcase that as well. So with the purchase, you get the A350-900, which we just flew, the A350-900-ULR, and the A350-1000. So I guess we'll do the 1000 here, see what's going on. I actually loaded in the satellite imagery really quick. That's surprising. $65 and no career support. I mean, yeah, it would be nice to see. I'm sure it can be something that happens. Well, actually, I think they did talk about that, right? At some point, when it first came out for PC, that career mode is going to be supported down the road for the A350s, which will be nice. Let's see here. I think I caught up with everybody. Oh, I mean, the Xbox is better for general aviation stuff, because even the default, I mean, the other inibuilds airliners are not great at performance either. 737's pretty decent, but I mean, this one's been pretty decent too. I mean, it just, once we landed at Denver, that's when it really just collapsed with performance. But yeah, needless to say, it's going to be a long time before I buy anything else this pricey. Can you get the 350 without the cabin? I feel like that would... it already doesn't have a cabin, KW. The cabin is gone. Which I'll showcase here. But alright. I really hope they fix the night lighting on towers and buildings in the sim. They just look terrible, especially skyscrapers. Those can definitely use some improvement. But anyways, still loading in some textures. Bandwidth too low. Oh, sure it is. Engine covers still haven't loaded in. Ground textures haven't loaded in. Ooh, look at that 777. I think, right? Yeah. Hey, we're getting somewhere. It's still not fully loaded in, but it's almost there. Ground textures still haven't loaded in. There we go. The plane's fully loaded. Ground textures still aren't. We're also going to go ahead and not fly this at night. And then when you first load into the plane, you get this low-res version of the cockpit, which is why you have a hole in the vent. We found that out the first time we loaded in. Little hole. See, that way you can see if the push tug's doing its job right. And then the left screen flashes really weird. But once it loads in, there it is. You can see it happens. Well, I guess we can see what it looks like at night. See the lighting and all that. Doesn't this stuff like open too or something? Probably do it from the tablet. Not really too worried about that anyways. Everybody already knows about the... I guess you do that from the tablet as well inside. That way we can see all the lovely lights at night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We're delighted to have you with us today. Please take a moment to stow your carry-on items in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. For your safety, larger items should be placed in the overhead bin, and smaller items must be securely stowed. If you need assistance, our cabin crew is here to help. We'll be pushing back from the gate shortly, so we kindly ask that you take your seat as soon as possible and clear the aisles.
Let's see, that's what I was talking about. Cabin's already not here. Except for some of the random stewardess areas, flight attendant areas. Everything else is empty. Interesting. Oh. Oh, he's back on the ground. Well, anyways, I was gonna say that the lights look really cool on the aircraft. Looks nice. Oh. Goodness gracious, that's even more annoying at night than it is in the daytime. Yikes. Yeah, that definitely needs to get worked on, because that is horrendous. Can I get a pushback, please? Is that going to be possible?
Dubai ground. Sky Dubai 9er tree. 8 Foxtrot 12, information Charlie. Request pushback. Sky Dubai 9er tree. Dubai ground. Pushback approved.
Dubai ground. CEWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha. Tree 6, requesting pushback.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha, Tree 6. Pushback request accepted. Dubai ground. Sky Dubai 9er tree.
Oh.
Pushback request accepted.
Guess it would help if I turned off the brakes. By the way, Asobo, if you're ever watching this, can we make it to where the showcase camera doesn't have aggressive up and down movements, please? Because it's not like that on the PC, but on Xbox, you have to put the trigger all the way down in order for it to move. And it's ridiculous.
Sky Divine 1126. Continue taxi. Roger. Sky Divine 1126.
Tug's having a fun time.
Dubai ground. Sky Divine 9er tree. Requesting the end of pushback. Sky Divine 9er tree. Request the end pushback.
Oh, I need to look up.
Dubai ground. Sky Divine 9er tree with Charlie.
That's so annoying. Oh, it's still going. Fantastic. Are we good now?
Sky Divine 9er tree.
Goodness.
Hold short of runway tree 0. Right.
Dubai ground, CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 6, requesting the end of pushback.
Is this the brightness for this?
2 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 6. Request to end pushback received.
Some lights in here to kind of block out the brightness going on here. Alright, let's see here. And Gamer Matthias, I'm glad you're a new subscriber. Welcome, welcome. The game might shut down. Where are people? Where do people? People just say things to say things at this point. Anyway, I don't even know why I read it. Let's
Sky
see.
Divine 9er tree. Please acknowledge.
Oh, are you talking to me? AI, you take care of this. I'm not doing all that. All right.
Dubai ground, CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 6, request taxi for departing straight
Okay.
out.
No, I'm not gonna listen to that again. That's annoying.
CTWN 32 Charlie
I'm
Tango
turning that
Alpha,
crap
tree
off.
6. Taxi
It's the
to
same
hold
two
short of
audio
runway tree
files
0.
over and over
Taxiway
again. I don't
Lima,
know.
Mike 1 Alpha, Mike 1 Alpha.
Volume controls, ground surface volume. I mean, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to hear the stupid, like, jackhammer going on and below the
Runway
plane.
tree 0, right via taxiway Lima, Mike 1 Alpha, Mike 1 5 Alpha, CTWN 32 Charlie
Gear
Tango
bump
Alpha, tree
noise.
6.
Yeah, turn that off. That's just dumb. Sounds like it's going through a pothole every 2 seconds.
Sky Divine 9er tree. Do you copy?
Alright, now that we saw some night lighting, we're going to bring this back to daytime. Get ready. It's going to be a flashbang.
Sky Divine 9er tree. Did you copy?
The other thing I need to fix is my buttons, because I don't know what this did, but it's not my reverse. What was it doing? Oh, wasn't doing anything. Alright. Nice. Spelled that wrong. Very good. Toggle reverse. I don't want it on that. I want it on this. There we go.
Sky Divine 9er
Excellent.
tree. IFR
Now I'm satisfied with that.
000. Maintain
Oh.
VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Actually, no, I want one more thing. Spoilers, I want here, even though we'll figure out how to do it auto anyways.
Gate Delta 4. Information Charlie. Request pushback. SpyStep 5-2.
Oh, it is armed.
Pushback.
Okay. Never mind then, we're good.
Dubai ground. SpyStep 5-2.
Alright, let me see how everything else is going here. Isn't that new law about live service games just making them illegal to not have offline capability? Yeah, I don't even know what that's all about. I've never really paid much attention to it. I know it all started because of the Crew Motorfest, or no, not Motorfest, but just the first Crew game. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Tyler, the things you see in Dubai, yeah, absolutely. But yep, as excessively said, SU3, you'll be able to download things. So those of you that aren't having great internet connections can have the ability to have pretty much what you were doing in 2020 with downloading whatever you want, planes, base content, all that.
Request to end pushback received.
Too much. It was discounted at $63, but with taxes it ended up being $68 or whatever. So yeah, it's at a discount now. I think until July 21st is what somebody was saying.
Taxi 2 and hold short of
Traffic.
taxi 2
Traffic.
and hold short runway 12.
They still gotta work on the AI's traffic with their moving around the airport, because now we got an A380 just kind of doing whatever it wants to do. Let's go say hi to his engine here. And the 787 is just deciding to stop here, so we'll go ahead and crash through him as well. There's some nonsense going on in Dubai right now. Yeah, that as well. I mean, it's just, it doesn't sound good. Like, honestly, it's just, they should just delete it or add more to it, make it more unique and varied, because whatever they have for it now, it just sucks. Two sounds over and over again. It's like, great. I love hearing it sound like I'm going through potholes the whole time I'm taxiing. Go for 3 notches of flaps. Don't know what we need for a takeoff, but that's what we're going to be using. Frame rate is already not doing great, and now the A380 is just in the runway. Fantastic. Config slats not in takeoff config. Is it because I have too many flaps? To be honest, I don't really care. I'm just going to take off anyways, so just leave me alone. Oh, the buildings disappeared at the end of the runway. And they're back. Do they all look the same in real life, or is that just, or is there no photogrammetry going on here? As my voice is dying. Oh yeah, that's why. There's no photogrammic imagery. It's just AI-placed buildings. That's why it all looks the same outside the airport. That's surprising, honestly. Maybe we'll have a city or world update. Oh, I know, overspeed. It's fine. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not really too worried about ATC. I just didn't want to deal with the menu, so I just got the AI doing it. Yeah, and that's ridiculous, excessively. Absolutely ridiculous. Because for the price of the plane itself, all those liveries should just be included. There's no reason to say, hey, we want $85 from you, but guess what? We got 7 livery packs for you at $5 each. Give us $30 more. Nope. That's not happening. Honestly, hang on, I'm going to pause this really quick because I want to talk about this. This would look better if it just had like a fake image. You know how games with skyscrapers have just a fake interior image? Would look much better than it does with whatever's going on here. Because when you're looking at it from outside, it just looks really weird when you're at an angle like this and you're seeing through the floor. Or seeing the wings and engines from the outside view, it just looks really weird. So I think just plastering like a fake 3D quote-unquote image would look better than just absolutely nothing being there. I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about with the... Like, think of Spider-Man, the latest one, where all the skyscrapers have those... They look 3D, but it's just an image type thing. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully that makes sense. But if not, everybody's just like, what in the world are you even talking about? See, this is why I don't fly without photogrammetry, because it just looks so crappy. But at least the Burj Khalifa looks nice. And Ed, you are very much welcome. No doubt. And this is on an Xbox Series X. Velasquez? Oh, probably butchering the pronunciation. Nada. Velasquez. Oh, I said it right there. Now I feel confident. Velasquez. But yeah, the Xbox Series X is what we're on. But yeah, really surprised there isn't 3D photogrammetry around here. You wouldn't think it'd be such a pain trying... I mean, I doubt it is. Maybe it's just expensive to get over there to do that imagery. Oh. Reloaded some stuff and we lost some buildings. But yeah, you can see the draw distance is not very far with this plane. Which again is not surprising. Airliners are so performance heavy, especially inibuild ones. So I'm not too surprised that the draw distance isn't very far. Satellite imagery from Bing is very old here too, my goodness. You know, I need some water. My voice keeps dying. But yeah, that is some old imagery. That's 2007 or even older. That's why it's so grainy. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a bit more power here.
Climb.
Set this to 5,000 feet. Set our heading where we're looking. Gauge autopilot. Bring that throttle back a bit. A little bit of a left turn. And away we go. Where's the photogrammetry? Nowhere, because there is no photogrammetry from Bing Maps in Dubai, apparently. And no doubt, pilot, I'm assuming, because I'm honestly surprised we had 2 US-based city updates in a row. I would imagine we're going to be back into Europe or something. But would definitely love to see Dubai and stuff like that get some new imagery. That would be nice. Because it is absolutely dated around here. Yeah, frame rate's not doing as hot here, which is surprising, especially since it is just basic AI-placed buildings. I need to mess with the throttle still, because I don't think I like where everything's
Clear
at
of
still.
conflict. Climb. Climb.
Options. Throttle. Alright, so this, I want this. This is that. Why is there no, it doesn't even show me where everything's at. Because at 50%, it's not really sitting where I want it to, but I have to go a little bit up here. It kind of triggers at 57, 58%. But then it's almost like I'm in Togo, where I'm just going full power. I don't want that.
Clear of conflict.
Clear of conflict. I was very worried. Which, what was the conflict? I don't even see any nameplates. But see, that's not, why am I, like, it's weird. Because at 50%, I'm going too low. Because watch, if we're sitting at 50, it's going to just descend to almost stall speed. We'll see. Maybe it won't. But I'll have to look into that a bit more, because it doesn't seem like changing this does anything. Oh, here's that printer, that print on receive. Because doesn't it actually print or something? Like, why? Why is that even a thing? But anyways. Just a bit odd with that. I like that random little mountain over there. It's nice. I mean, we could always get auto throttle set up too, where it doesn't even matter. I always forget about that too. Matter of fact, we just do a little bit of... I just remember, because I messed with it on accident, and now I just remembered. That way we don't have to worry about it anyways. But still, it'd be nice to have that set up a bit more the way I want it to. And then there we go. Solves my issue, but still. Would like to get that tweaked a bit more to where I want it. Because then, if you're trying to land and you're dealing with those little, just very small increments and you're getting that different level of power, it can get annoying. But, anyways. Bring that down. more of a left turn. Performance is okay as long as you're not in major areas, because we're going to do one more test after we land here in Dubai. We're going to go to Heathrow and see how it's doing with actual 3D photogrammetry, because we're not getting that here in Dubai. Performance wasn't too hot on the ground when we loaded in, so we'll see how it does on landing, because we already landed in Denver and we had that lovely frame drop just constantly happening. What you doing? Why reading the posts? Very good. Very good. I know why. If I know why. Alright. Anyways. Where are we going? Nowhere. We're landing back where we're taking off, because I don't do those long flights on these channels because I find that boring. We're just here testing out the plane, showcasing it, so if you're on Xbox and you're wanting to see how it ran, that's just the goal of the stream. "5 days, Omar, which is why I'm not too fond of the experience on Pilops with the maintenance. That needs to change, because it's just, there's no reason for it. It could be, if anything, just make it an hour or something. I'm not gonna just deal with all that and not have a plane for almost a week. Just weird. Or just make it like the maintenance is in the main career mode. I just think it's dumb making it to where you can't use a plane for a week. Especially when you get to the really expensive ones that you took a long time to grind to, and then you're doing like that. Not a fan of that. Right, KW? Yeah, there's basically no screens going on in here. But anyways, what was the first comment? What is not functioning compared to PC? Is it worth $1 million? What does that even mean? I don't even know what I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't have went back. Oh, man. Yeah, pretty much, Omar. Because I mean, if you put the plane in maintenance and Pilops, it's gone for 4 or 5 days or even more, depending on the wear and tear of it. Am I drunk? No, but it appears you are, SP, because whatever you typed made 0 sense. So I think you can quit drinking whatever you're drinking over there, buddy. I tried to fly one of your planes and they were all busy or in maintenance. Nice. Hi, 2C Box. Hello, hello. I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. Have you had an avionics black screen crash yet? No, I mean, we've been flying, because we did a first flight that took about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, and we didn't have any issues with any of the screens or anything like that. You know, those Slice private jets have a touchscreen? Yeah, I know. I'm not that big of a fan of having screens on every plane. It just gets kind of boring. They'll look identical. Which is why I like flying older general aviation planes with steam gauges and all that. Because, I mean, yeah, you know, screens are cool and all that, but it's definitely not my favorite thing. Nav Akir downgraded. Why is the plane auto-saving? What is that even about? Can you turn that crap off? I don't need this thing auto-saving whatever it's saving. Like, what is that? Don't get it. Alright. Get some flaps going. Are we flying a 777? No. We are flying the inibuilds A350. You can turn it off, it lets you save a flight, then load it like the next day. Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool, but definitely don't need that now. Wonder if that would help with performance, instead of it trying to figure out saving things. Streamer mode. Oh. Probably because when you log into your accounts and stuff, that makes sense. Well, don't have to worry about that, because I don't have accounts to any of those things. What is this thing complaining about? Leave me alone. Just want to land the plane. Hey Binky, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm not worried about real ATC stuff or anything. What the heck am I lining up to here? Oh, there we go. I see it now. And I get it, Omar. I mean, that's just the thing. I mean, I'm not that interested in airliners, but I thought I'd grab it and let people see how it runs on the Xbox, since, you know, everything was PC up until today. And then let everybody kind of make up their own mind if they like it or not like it or whatever else. Because all I know is I'm never buying another plane that's this pricey. Because honestly, it doesn't feel any different than, let's say, a very great $30 aircraft.
2,000.
And then the fact that you don't get any liveries with it, and they want you to spend even more money on top of the money you already spent for the plane, I think is a bit ridiculous. And I mean, the fact that it has a 3.6 out of 5 when most of those folks bought it for the $85 price tag. Because you should expect some perfect scores from the price like that. We're still too high up here. Coming in too fast
1,000.
as well. Not ideal. It's alright, we'll make it work. But yeah, the only reason I got it is just so folks that were on Xbox wanted to see how it ran and get an unfiltered, unsponsored opinion.
500. 400. 300.
Oh. Oh, and the city's gone.
200. 100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Oh, man. See, that right there alone is if it kills the whole experience. Like, honestly, obviously I don't care now because we just did a short little loop around, but if I'm doing like a multi-hour flight and I'm having this experience at just a handcrafted airport with basic buildings around it, and then this is the experience you get every time you land, it's just, there's no way I could say, yeah, grab it if you're on Xbox. Because there's just nothing worse than experiencing this every time you land. I mean, it's crazy. Kills the whole experience. Like, you could have a perfect, awesome flight, you're really happy, and then this is what you get at the end of it. Just not fun in the slightest. Kills the whole mood, you know? And this is happening at what I was talking about, where it's just the only thing handcrafted is the airport. Everything outside of it is AI placed buildings, and that's it. You know, it's not having to load in 3D photogrammic imagery or anything like that, or really have to load in too much, because you have the ocean, and then you have desert on the other side, and just some buildings in between that. So that's crazy. Because, I mean, I couldn't sit here and say, yeah, buy this for $63 on the discounted price if you're on Xbox. Because if that's your experience every time you land, I mean, where's the fun in that? Really? There is no fun in that. It's miserable. Alright, one final test here. We're going to go to Heathrow, just see how it's doing. And wrap it up there. I don't know, pilot. I don't know, but it's just every time. Dropping croissant. This is a Series X. No box. It's just free flight. I don't mess with anything. We just take off from where we load in and land back at the airport we started at. Because the thing I don't understand is, I don't get why it does the drops. Everything's already loaded in there. There's just something that, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. And yes, Ivan, yes. But yeah, it really makes no sense. And the fact that it never stops. Like, once you land at the airport, it's just a consistent 10 to 15 second freeze until you just leave the sim. Like, it's odd to me how it does that. And I agree, Adam. And don't get me wrong, if you're on PC and you're enjoying the aircraft, I'm glad. Like, I'm not saying don't get it on PC. I'm just talking about the Xbox side of it. Basing, like, if somebody is only on Xbox and they want to spend that amount of money, that's what I'm basing it off of. I'm not saying, like, if you're on PC and you have a great system and all that stuff and you're having a great time with it, awesome. I'm just basing it off of the Xbox side of it. So just want to clarify that. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, don't buy it on any platform or anything like that. Uh-oh. Oh. I didn't think we were going to survive that. I thought it was over. Well, no, the stutter issue, I mean, I haven't had it as much anymore, but again, I don't fly airliners, so that's probably why. But everything that I fly, I don't have to deal with stutters. It's been really nice on Sim Update 3 in the beta for me. But yeah, it definitely happens on PC too. But I haven't experienced anything like that in a long time. Even flying at busier airports, it's been a nice change, so. Oh, we got some severe things going on here. Oh, I think we're fine now. Maybe it finally figured out what it's trying to do. I always love the bandwidth too low on gigabit speeds. It's like, I think it's your issue, Sim, not mine. I feel like it's gonna crash. Oh, yep, and there it goes. And there we have it, folks. I think that's a good way to cap off the stream. Oh, man. Well, there we have it, folks. Again, if you're just on Xbox and you've been really looking forward to the A350, I don't think it's worth getting right now. I think there's some stuff to work out from both the aircraft and the sim before I would recommend spending, for now, until the 21st, $63. After that, it'll go back up to the $85 price point, which I think is still crazy, but yeah. So, anyways, hopefully this was helpful to any of you on Xbox just wanting to see what's going on with the A350 available now. I'll leave it up to you. I mean, if you're wanting to try it out, go for it. It's just not something that I would recommend currently. It's just not a fun experience. I mean, you get some great experience from flying out of smaller airports, but if you're going to bigger ones, you're just going to run into those crazy frame drops every single time, and just, it ruins the experience. So, there we go. What is the most disappointing thing about this add-on? Performance at bigger airports when you land. I mean, when you're... Because again, like I was talking about, if you're going through a 2, 3, 4+ hour flight, and everything's going so great and smooth, and it all gets ruined at the end, because it's just, there's nothing enjoyable at landing a plane when you're freezing multiple times before you touch ground. It sucks. Simply put. And obviously it's not all on the plane. It happens with other airliners in the sim and so forth. But still, I mean, it's just, I would wait purchasing that till later on, once the Xbox version finally resolves that freezing issue. Because right now, it's not enjoyable to fly dealing with that anytime you're going to a major airport. So, there we go. thank you guys so much for stopping by again. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and very much appreciate all the support. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.